what are you putting that string there for?
It's not string, it's a tube. And I'm putting it there so that I can it'll automatically oil the chain. It's an automatic chain oiler. It's called a Scotoiler. It's invented in Scotland. It's now sold all over the world. Do you see this? No? Not interested? The Scotoiler, I think this is from December 2019. So almost a year ago I read this article and decided to buy one. And I've only just got round to putting it on. And here's the guy that invented it, Mr. Fraser Scott. And the instructions. What do we have to do? So this is the Scotoiler X-System. So step one is find a place to put it. So it needs to be slightly inclined. Now under the seat, and is where I'm going to stick it. Now I've looked under the seat, and because the holder's shaped in a way that it can fit to the frame, putting it under the seat against a flat surface isn't that great, but it's doable, and with a couple of special cable ties I can connect it to the back of the seat just above the battery. So it needs to be in and touching the sprocket. Clean this with an alcohol rub to get absolutely all the grease and grime off so that it will stick properly. Step 5, route it up and into the box under the seat. Step 6, connect it up. No kinks. Don't use pliers to squeeze the tube. And then fill it up and then press prime to boost it through. Did you get that, Max?
Yeah.
So you can see here positioning it underneath the seat just above the battery, and it works there because you can still get a full face helmet in, and it's quite easy to position it at an angle. You see, just like that. And the way that the seat goes down is a sort of inner lip that pushes it down, so I had to move it a little bit further down than I had originally planned. And then this is getting it ready to put the dispenser on.
Is this a new motorbike or the old?
This is on the scooter. This is on the scooter.
Which one? The new one or the old?
Oh, the old one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm cleaning it here with the alcohol rub just to make sure. I'd already cleaned it previously, and this is just to make sure that it's completely clean. And the instructions said that you can cut this to size so that it fits. So there was overhanging on the swing arm, so I had to cut it. But there's grooves. You can see the grooves, and you can cut along the grooves. It's quite easy to do. I used a pair of garden shears. Like they're very sharp. Yeah.
Yeah. But Daddy, I don't know what it really looks like. I don't know what you did.
You need to position it so it's just touching the sprocket. And you also need to position it in such a way that it can move back and forward when you adjust the chain. But the way the swing arm has got this little kink, you see the kink? I just had to push it up against that kink. There's no real other way of doing it. Now you see here I've got the dispenser bolted on the outside. I think the next day I changed it to being on the inside. I thought that was a better position for it. So the final one doesn't look like that, it's actually on the other side. You have to put a little clasp on, and then you fit that to the holder, which is now attached to the swing arm. And again, just positioning it, give that a good tighten up. The next thing to do is to route the tube along the swing arm.
Which part's the swing arm?
You see this big black one here?
Yes.
That's the swing arm.
Oh. Hi, Mummy. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mummy? This is on the motorbike. What are you doing? No answer. So quiet. Why is there no sound?
I don't know. Maybe I've silenced that bit of the movie. But you see, just positioning those things so that it won't fall down. And then I have to drill a hole. I drill the hole through the bottom of the box, and then push the tube through the hole. And I still need to seal that up. I've got some special glue to seal that up.
I know your special glue.
Well, it just stops any water splashing up into it. Although I think that's going to be a bit unusual. You know, it'd have to be in a torrent.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Why is it silent?
I've muted it, I think.
What does muted mean?
Mute means to not make any noise.
It's boring with no noise.
Is it? Okay, well, we'll switch the noise back on then. Let's come back on in this one. I tried to see if the chain guard will go back on. Unfortunately, the chain guard's got a little lip on the inside which was touching the dispenser. So I needed to cut a little bit out so it would go around the dispenser. The dispenser's the thing that releases the oil a drip at a time. Yeah, that's the lip. It just needed to break a little bit off. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. It's been tested. It seems to work fine. And this was, I think, the next day I was fitting the reservoir underneath the seat.
It's really shiny. It's really sunny.
Yeah, it is sunny. It was very sunny. But you see the tubes come up from underneath, and that connects up to the reservoir. And the reservoir also needs to be connected to the battery. So I've got these cable ties that push fit and then wrap around. So here I'm just marking where I want to put the reservoir, and then.
Daddy.
Yep. Join.
My lip is dry and my lip is very sore.
Yeah. So marking where I want to drill the holes. Now, obviously, the petrol tank's just in front of that, so I was very careful not to push too hard on the drill, just enough to get through, no more.
I put enough on to keep it on until the next day.
Yeah?
Yes.
So you push these cable ties in.
It made a perfect fit. It made a perfect fit, didn't it?
Yeah, they just push into the hole, and then the little tabs grip it in there.
What's a tab? Why are you cutting it?
Well, it's too long. It was too long, so that's some extra pipe. So just cut it. And the way that you cut it is there's a little sort of connector that comes. You see the little connector there? There it is. So you put the connector in after you've cut the ties.
What's that?
Well, that's me taking over off the battery cover, and then you've got the battery underneath. Just loosen off the bolts.
What's that? Is that a knife?
Yeah, well, I'm just cutting the red plastic cover so that the wire can slip up underneath it. So it's just a case of loosening the bolt, slipping it on. Tightening it back up.
Is that the boot?
Yeah, it's kind of like a boot. It's a storage area underneath the seat, and the MC's, it's got a storage area where the tank should be, and it's called a frunk.
Where's the tank? What's a tank?
The tank is where the petrol's stored.
go to the swimming pool? When can we go to the swimming pool?
Swimming pool's closed again because of the COVID. So this is me priming the system. So as I was priming the system, I cleaned the chain again. And I had to press prime 5 or 6 times to get it, all the blue stuff all the way down the tube to the back. And then this is me refilling it after doing the priming.
What's that?
That's my hand. And that's the blue oil going into the reservoir.
Well, what's that on your hand?
I don't know. So while it's priming, I cleaned the chain again just to get extra clean. I'd cleaned it the day before. This time I used WD-40.
What's an AD-40?
It's a type of cleaner.
It looks like some spraying over here.
Yeah, something's.
Oh, that's too loud.
Yeah. Can you see it sitting there? It's not moving, is it? That's what I was hoping. That seems rock solid.
Can you turn?
It's very short, this bit. It stops in a second. There it is.
Or did the wheel just move?
So after a few runs, this is what the chain looked like. I was quite happy that that the rollers looked like they were getting a little bit of oil, but so I turned it up and I painted the outside and inside.
Did you get that, Max?
Yeah.
I painted the inside and outside of the chain with gear oil.
What happened?
That's it. That's the end of the video.